I'm Christina and welcome back to my Booktube channel. Today I'm going to do the Reading Habits book tag. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? I do. I have this room. Basically I have a front living room and a middle living room. My front living room has built-in bookcases, so it was kind of a no-brainer that this was going to be my library. And I am surrounded by books and it's wonderful and it's such a cozy little space to reading. Question 2, bookmark or random piece of paper? Both, plus I also dog ear pages. I know it's horrible, but I only do it to mass market paperbacks, but it's whichever's closest. I do have this bucket of like different bookmarks I've been sent from Book Depository and like, tickets and stuff from different events that I'll use when I have multiple books going on. Question 3, can you just stop reading or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? It depends on the book. If I'm not really into it, I can stop at any point, and I have done. If the chapter's really long as well, I also have to stop no matter where I am. Like, I have to finish that chapter before I can stop, and usually I have to read the end of the book, the final chapter of the book, before I can go to bed at night. Otherwise I just won't go to bed. I'll keep reading. Question 4, do you eat or drink while reading? No. And when I forget to eat or drink, like I just don't feel hunger or thirst while I'm engrossed in a book, and that's how I know if I'm really into a book, is I just forget about everything else. But at the same time, I've never quite mastered holding a book and a mug at the same time. How do you do that? It feels uncomfortable to me. Question 5, multitasking. Music or TV while reading? No TV, that's too distracting. Music, yes. I can have music on for anything and it can be any kind of music. I'll just kind of set my playlist to go. I just don't like absolute silence. It makes me really uncomfortable for some reason. Question 6, one book at a time or several at once? I try for one book at a time and then I lose track of the book I was reading before and I really want to start another one, and it's perfect laid plans and all that. Normally it's multiple at the same time, particularly if I'm not as into the book as I should be, then I am very likely to pick up another. Question 7, reading at home or everywhere? Everywhere. So I listen to audiobooks in the car. When I lived in London I would read Kindle on the tube, because who has time for getting a book out of their bag every time they go on a crowded tube? I didn't. But then I can generally read in the bus, I can read on the train, yeah, anyway. Question 8, reading out loud or silently in your head? In my head. I do not like the sound of my voice. Why I do this to myself is questionable, but I will never read aloud, particularly not aloud to somebody else, because it just, I don't think I'm very good at it, to be honest, and it makes me really uncomfortable. Question 9, do you read ahead or even skip pages? As I've already mentioned, I have a very bad habit of having to read the final chapter of a book I'm really into, like the suspenseful books, most open fantasies, and I have to read the end of the book before I can shut off and go to sleep, and it doesn't matter at which point I am in that book. If I am really engrossed and I don't want to stop, I read the final chapter and it shuts me down and I can actually sleep, and then I'll still pick up next day. It won't stop me reading the rest of the book generally. But when I've hit like paranormal romances that flick about in perspectives that have nothing to do with the core two people, then I just skip and skim pages quite happily, because it's just that's an annoying writing style that I have no time for. Question 10, breaking the spines or keeping it like new? I try not to break the spines. I mean, here's an example of a book I've reread multiple times and the spine is completely unmarked. That is how my books survive. Yeah, I try to be very careful with my books, but I do buy a lot of books secondhand, so most of the time the spines already had creases and such in it. So I try not to think about it too much, but I don't add to the problem. Question 11, do you write in your books? No way, in absolute hell. Having to do it for A-level English was the worst kind of torture, and I hated it. So no, I don't. I've just started tabbing books, short story kind of stuff where they're stories that I really enjoyed and I want to get back to, but otherwise, absolutely not. Question 12, who do you tag? And I tag Cleanos the Lilac Linnet, because I really want to see her answers to this. Let me know in the comments what some of your reading habits are and let's chat about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you next time. Bye.